national objectives of His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti is to make sure that Abians live in a clean environment, that we get back into the system things or services that worked for us in the past. And one of them clearly is sanitary spaces. There is no going to say in the fact that growing up, all of us enjoyed the services of sanitary inspectors. That, ensured that our houses, premises, all every nook and corner of our state in those days, villages and communities were kept in courtesy of the services of sanitary inspectors. All of a sudden, the services went moribund, but the personnel are there. Great. So the reasons why it went moribund over the years is what we cannot explain, or maybe due to the negligence of the administrations that were before now. But in the current dispensation, Dr. Alex Otti, one of his mantras is that every part of the state, every part of Abia must work during his time, including the services of sanitary inspectors. In a nutshell, that may be the reason why we consider it important to return their services to full. Thank you.
The Abia Environmental Protection Agency, ASEPA, which is an offshoot of the Ministry of Environment, but the second highest vote following a poll organized by Flow FM looking at the most effective agency of government, especially under the current administration of Dr. Alex Otti. Can you tell us what it was, the environment, the level of job done so far, painting a picture of what it was before the assumption of office of this current government, and of course your own role as the Commissioner for Environment?
Well, before the assumption of office of Dr. Alex Otti, Abia State was adjudged the dirtiest state among the 30 states in Nigeria, and it was clear. Abia was written off, and some of our neighbors who used to come to Abia to patronize our businesses stopped because every part of Abia was adorned with heaps of waste. Remember one of the senior politicians came to Abia State again. I don't want to mention him. After coming to Abia, his comment was that Abia stinks. So that tells you or describes to you what it was before Alex came. So as soon as he was sworn in on the 29th of May, 2023, in Omaya here, remember or recall that he moved on immediately and declared state of emergency in waste management. Pictures are there to show that he personally, because he is a leader that leads from the front. He's not a leader by precept, he's a leader by example. You saw him using a shovel to scoop or carry dirt into a pond. And that was the demonstration. That was the picture. That was the time he set the target that Abia must be clean. And immediately, ASEPA took over. And I can tell you, we are all living witnesses to the tremendous efforts ASEPA has done. Before, we were lacking waste buckets, and they were even placed anywhere, anyhow. But today, the story is different. We have so many waste bins displayed over in Abia and Omaya. And the more are coming. So that tells us how deliberate, how intentional the governor is. A clean environment is a healthy environment. No dirty environment will attract investors. No dirty environment will be appealing to anybody, including the residents. So one area His Excellency wants to make sure that we leave no stone unturned is keeping the environment clean. In fact, let me also let you know that Abia, number one state in Nigeria alphabetically, His Excellency's objective, his plan, his vision is that Abia should be rated the cleanest state in Nigeria by the time he finishes with what he's doing.
Let's continue to talk about the sanitary inspection service return returning. And like you've mentioned, it has gone moribund as the years went by, and here we are in a dispensation where it barely exists, which means it is going to be looking novel to so many Abians, especially those who are coming back to Abia State after a while, or those who do not have a knowledge about what this particular service is all about. And I think it's appropriate for you to educate us. How is it going to pan out? What should Abians expect, so that there wouldn't be any clash of any kind when it begins its implementation across Abia State?
Well, there will be no clash. Asota, Abia State Environmental Protection Agency has station services cut out. The services of sanitary inspectors, it's not only in Abia that we have sanitary inspector services, it's everywhere in the state of Nigeria. And this is a service that has been there. It's a service that protects some of us. Like we had in the history yesterday, it was Dr. Oluwole. He is the father of hygiene in Nigeria. He established the first sanitary school in Lagos. So sanitary inspection services have been there a long time ago. It is not by any means going to clash with what other agencies are doing. These are people who are trained, skilled, public health. When we talk about public health, here is where the sanitary inspectors come in. They have a distinct service to give to Abians from what Asota gives. So there will be no clash. Now we are going to deepen what the successes we have recorded with Asota tremendous effort. We are going to deepen. We are going to go from house to house. The sanitary inspectors will go from community to community, village to village. Remember how it used to be. This is what we are bringing back. The traditional rulers, the village heads, everybody. It's not going to be government alone. It's not going to be the services of sanitary inspectors alone. All of us will join hands to make sure that our environment is clean. That is the aim. It's not to bring any clash anywhere. The jobs are well defined. So let me allay your fears that what we are doing will bring any issues. No. In fact, Abians from the feelers, Abians are excited. So many people have expected this service to have come back since over time. But thank God for His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti, who pays attention to detail, who is a listening governor, who knows where the direction of the people and will always go to that side. One of the calls of Abians is, please let the services of sanitary inspectors come back. Don't forget that these people are still in service, they are paid, but their services have not been forthcoming. So I mean, I don't know where to categorize it, but today His Excellency say these people are here. Why are they not functioning? Bring them back into the system. Let them give to Abians the services they are paid for, the services they have been trained for. So,
okay,
to that extent, we will enjoy the services of sanitary inspectors going forward.
Let's talk about their scope here, because a lot of people feel that although ASEPA is doing an amazing job to keep the capital city Umuahia clean and another massive city here, Aba, they think that ASEPA isn't doing so much in the hinterlands. And putting that side by side with the work of sanitary inspectors, is it going to be limited to the urban areas? Are they going to burrow into the hinterlands to equally ensure that the core aim of maintaining the standard of hygiene in private and public institutions and of course our homes are going to be maintained? Is it going to be limited to Umuahia? Would it get to other areas in Ihichawa, in Isukweto, in Isialangwa and other parts of Abia State?
Let me say this. The public health sanitary inspectors are domesticated in the 17 local government areas. As we speak, they exist in the 17 local government areas.
Okay.
And then from our data, from our records, today we have 1,330 sanitary inspectors, skilled and unskilled. The skilled will have 640 something, 48. And then unskilled, we have about 632, making it this number. The point I want to make here is that these personnel are already in the various local government areas. Their duty is to make sure that every village, every community is visited and ensure there is clean environment, that people clean their homes, that people clean their premises, that people maintain their roads. That is the work the sanitary inspectors are coming to do. Like I said before, this service has been there but not functioning.
Okay.
ASEPA has its own duties cut out. There won't be any conflict. In fact, they will complement each other. The ASEPA work will be complemented. Sanitary inspectors, the two agencies, the two services will complement each other. We want to deepen. We want to record more success in the area of environmental cleanliness. So there is no ambiguity in what the agency does from what the sanitary inspectors will do. In a nutshell, the services of sanitary inspectors will go from both the urban cities to the local areas. They will be everywhere. They will be everywhere. So there is no confusion, no conflict.
Okay. On the issue of financing them, I want to assume, like you said, they are there existing, they are in the payroll of the government, so there is no need for anybody to pay for services rendered and all of that, just to allow you clear the air on that. Will there be any form of payment for services rendered and stuff like that?
These are already government workers. They are paid. It's not, we are not charging anybody for cleaning the environment again. But if you don't clean your environment, there are penalties. I said people will not be meant to pay for the services that will be given or rendered by sanitary inspectors. However, we are meant to keep our environment clean. During their inspections, and they discovered that there are people who default in what they're supposed to do, there will be penalty. So that penalty will not be saying somebody is paying for the service, but you are paid for defaulting. That is only where payment will come in. If somebody defaults, if a service a sanitary inspector comes and says, "This is what I have discovered. Please, we want you to get this thing fixed or done by the time we come back during our next inspection," and within which period the person should have done that they have asked him to do. But if they come and it's discovered that you didn't do that, that's where penalty comes in. That's where default comes in. So it's only when somebody defaults that the person will be made to pay for defaulting. So that is not to say that you are paying for the service, but you are paying for defaulting.
Let me sincerely appreciate you, Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Philemon Asonye-Ogbonna. Thank you for coming on the program this morning, the platform, and educating Abians on the role the sanitary inspectors are going to play to ensure a healthy and hygienic environment across the nooks and crannies of Abia State. Thank you once again.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Abians. Together we can do it better. It's going to be a collective responsibility. It's not government alone. It's a shared responsibility. So Abians should help government to help them. Thank you.
Baba, my name is Edo Kezezengwa. I want to thank you for supporting Governor Otti and ASEPA in making Abia a dream place for all of us. I want to urge you to sustain this support and even do better. So please keep your environment clean. Do not litter. Do not dump refuse at illegal places. Do not clog the gutters with refuse. Get the buckets around your shops and your homes. Report any nuisance around to ASEPA and pay your fees and join hands to make Abia a wonderful place. We want this place to be the best place in Africa, and it's possible with you. We can achieve that. Please help us achieve this. God bless.
My name is Squad Lieutenant Ojukwu Imo, Neighborhood Action Squad Nigeria.
Neighborhood Action Squad Nigeria. So what exactly is going on today?
Today is general cleanup in Abia State.
General cleanup in Abia State?
So yes, our duty is to make sure that we enforce the cleanup.
Okay.
Make sure that people do the cleanup. We make sure that Abia State is clean.
Okay.
Because the governor, that is Governor Otti, is trying to make sure that we have a rebuilt Abia State, and we want to help him to do that.
Okay. All right. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
I say for inside the Abia, as I said, the Deputy General Manager of the Abia State Environmental Protection Agency, ASEPA, Abazo will be elder OKC Zengwa. That's what the cinema they don't tell. That's what the private waste collectors, where they call Nde in a way. That's what those people they shout out. You don't tell them for church meeting what you do with them. You don't tell them say, that's what make una collabo where. That's what with the ASEPA. That's what so that we go ensure that's what the cleanliness of the city of Abia is the connected. That's what it very important. Say they cast collabo together. That's what to work so that Abia he go clean well. It's the connected. Make they know they throw away dirty anyhow. Say gone out those days when we say they go just carry dirty. That's what go throw away anyhow. That's what say they don't tolerate them again. That's what for inside Abia. Alright. The Abia State Environmental Protection Agency. That's what we be ASEPA. That's what they don't tell about people. That's what say God and no be disobeying. God and no be disobeying. Make una know they carry una dirty. They throw away inside gutter. And they tell you for today. That's what they ASEPA. That's what they for Abia zone. Now they carry this up here. That's what they give Abia people. Say those of we say anytime you hear say run one for you go run like a joma. That's what carry your dirty go they throw away inside gutter. Say if them catch you this time. And no day. I beg you no day. You go first the full wrath of the Lord. They take on the tell Abia people. That's what say the ASEPA bucket. It's very important. I say you can get that. And of course, don't forget the price of that bucket. Now 6,500 naira only. Yes, so no come out and no other. That's what the level to pay. Say let pass say what you want to say. I see the